If you're over 60 and you feel pressure to join a gym, lift heavy weights, or master complex, high-impact routines, stop right there. I'm Lee, and welcome back to Lee's Wellness Longevity Secrets. Today, we're cutting through all the noise, all the complicated protocols, and returning to the single most powerful, accessible, and scientifically proven longevity activity available to you right now, walking. Now, you might be thinking, Lee, walking? I walk every day, and that's fair, but I want to challenge your perception of walking. We're not talking about simply shuffling around the house. We're talking about intentional brisk walking, just 30 minutes daily. This isn't just movement. It's a profound biological prescription. It is the single most effective, low-impact medicine you can administer to yourself to combat the specific challenges of aging. Today, we're diving deep into the science. We're going to reveal 4 incredible changes that begin to happen in your body and brain when you commit to this simple 30-minute daily habit after 60. These changes move the needle on true longevity, the kind that gives you independence, a sharp mind, and a strong heart. Let's start with the first and perhaps most vital change that walking initiates. Change number 1, dramatic improvement in cardiovascular health and endothelial function. As we age, our cardiovascular system often loses its youthful elasticity. Our blood vessels, particularly the delicate inner lining called the endothelium, can become stiff and less responsive. The endothelium is the unsung hero of your circulation. It manages the relaxation and constriction of your blood vessels, regulating blood pressure and ensuring smooth blood flow. When the endothelium becomes dysfunctional, which is a hallmark of prehypertension and the early stages of heart disease, your risk for serious cardiovascular events goes up significantly. This is where your daily 30-minute walk steps in as a profound countermeasure. When you walk briskly, your muscles demand more oxygen, which in turn forces your heart to pump harder. This steady, rhythmic, increased blood flow creates a healthy, frictional force against the walls of your arteries. This force signals the endothelial cells to release nitric oxide, a natural, powerful vasodilator. Think of nitric oxide as a gentle cleaner, an expander for your entire vascular network. It relaxes your blood vessels, effectively widening the pathways. What is the result? Lower resting blood pressure, improved efficiency in nutrient and oxygen delivery throughout your entire body, and a significantly reduced strain on your heart. Studies have repeatedly shown that regular walking can be as effective as some antihypertensive medications in managing mild to moderate high blood pressure without any side effects. For those over 60, managing blood pressure is not just about avoiding a diagnosis. It's about protecting the incredibly delicate blood vessels that supply your brain. Better circulation equals better oxygenation, which means less risk of cognitive impairment. The beauty here lies in the accessibility. Unlike strenuous exercise, which can spike blood pressure initially, walking provides a steady, sustained elevation of heart rate that is ideal for promoting this healthy endothelial function. Aim for a pace where you can talk, but not sing. That is your sweet spot for cardiovascular training. This is not a casual stroll. This is a daily, intentional infusion of nitric oxide for your heart and vessels. If you're serious about protecting your longevity, starting with a powerful, accessible habit like brisk walking is non-negotiable. And speaking of the brain, while the cardiovascular benefits alone are life-extending, the impact walking has on your cognitive health is perhaps even more compelling. The aging brain needs constant stimulus and a continuous supply of building blocks. In the next segment, we're going to unlock the secret way walking literally helps your brain grow new cells and combats anxiety and cognitive fog. Before we move on, if you're finding this deep dive into the science of simple movement helpful, please take a moment right now to hit that subscribe button and join our community. Your support helps us share these vital longevity secrets with more people like you. Now, let's talk about the brain. You might think complex puzzles or language learning are the best ways to keep your mind sharp. They're good, but they're dramatically enhanced when paired with our next change. Now, let's talk about the brain. You might think complex puzzles or language learning are the best ways to keep your mind sharp. They are good, but they are dramatically enhanced when paired with our next change. Change number 2, walking stimulates BDNF and boosts hippocampal volume, your memory center. This is arguably the most exciting longevity secret tied to walking. After 60, one of our greatest concerns is the threat of cognitive decline, memory loss, and the possibility of neurodegenerative diseases. Science shows that a brisk daily walk is a powerful preventative measure against this decline, and the mechanism is biological. When you engage in consistent aerobic exercise, even moderate walking, your body releases a remarkable molecule called brain-derived neurotrophic factor, or BDNF. Think of BDNF as Miracle-Gro for your brain. It's a protein that promotes the survival of existing neurons and encourages the growth of new neurons and synapses, the connections between brain cells. This process, called neurogenesis, is most prominent in a critical area of the brain, the hippocampus. The hippocampus is your brain's primary control center for learning, memory, and emotional regulation. Studies using MRI have demonstrated that in older adults, regular aerobic exercise like walking can actually increase the volume of the hippocampus, literally reversing some of the age-related shrinkage that is associated with memory impairment. The mechanical act of walking, the rhythmic bilateral movement of your limbs, sends a cascade of signals to the brain that stabilizes mood and enhances clarity. You are not just moving your legs, you are nourishing and rebuilding your memory center. This means better recall, faster information processing, and stronger resistance to that frustrating mental fog. For those of us focused on living with independence and intellectual vitality, this 30-minute daily commitment is a non-negotiable insurance policy for your mind. Make a habit of walking outdoors if possible. The added sensory input from nature further enhances neural stimulation and mindfulness. Now, the connection between body, mind, and spirit is never more evident than in our third profound change. Change number 3. Walking reduces cortisol and elevates mood-boosting neurotransmitters. The later decades of life, while often joyful, can also bring unique stresses, managing chronic health conditions, loss of loved ones, or financial uncertainty. Chronic, low-grade stress keeps your body flooded with the hormone cortisol. High cortisol levels are highly inflammatory, linked to weight gain, especially abdominal fat, and destructive to the very BDNF-driven processes we just discussed. In short, chronic stress accelerates biological aging. The beauty of walking is its simplicity and rhythm. When you walk, particularly at a moderate pace, you activate the parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest mode, which gently downregulates the stress response. The rhythmic stepping motion is almost meditative. This leads to a natural, measurable drop in cortisol levels. But it gets even better. As your body moves, it releases endorphins, the body's natural painkillers and mood elevators. You experience the classic walker's high or runner's high. Furthermore, Walking boosts the effective use of serotonin and dopamine, neurotransmitters essential for feelings of happiness, motivation, and reward. This is a clinically significant benefit. Regular walking has been shown to be as effective as some forms of psychotherapy for managing mild to moderate symptoms of anxiety and depression in older adults. It is the simple, natural antidote to the low-grade melancholy that can sometimes creep into our lives. Think of it this way. If you start your day with a 30-minute walk, you are chemically inoculating yourself against stress. You are replacing inflammatory cortisol with calming, uplifting endorphins and serotonin. You are literally walking yourself into a better mood, a clearer focus, and greater emotional resilience. It is an internal pharmacy working on your behalf. Before we move on to the physical structural benefits, how walking keeps your bones strong and your muscles activated, I want to offer a quick prompt. If the idea of rebuilding your brain and stabilizing your mood through a simple walk resonates with you, do me a favor and hit the like button on this video. It helps others find these powerful secrets. So far, we've tackled circulation, memory, and mood. But what about the physical integrity, the very structure that supports our independence? The third and fourth segments will address the power of walking against the physical decline often assumed to be part of aging. So far, we've tackled circulation, memory, and mood. But what about the physical integrity, the very structure that supports our independence? The third and fourth segments will address the power of walking against the physical decline often assumed to be part of aging, starting with the structural framework. We move now to the most critical physical benefit for sustained independence after 60. Change number 4. Part A, walking increases bone density and fights osteoporosis. When we talk about longevity and quality of life, maintaining strong, fracture-resistant bones is non-negotiable. Osteoporosis and osteopenia, the thinning of bones, dramatically increase the risk of devastating fractures, particularly in the hip and spine, which are often cited as the quickest way to lose physical independence. As we age, especially post-menopause for women, bone density can decline rapidly. And here's the key distinction. You cannot strengthen your bones just by swimming or cycling, because those activities are non-weight bearing. To stimulate bone growth and density, your skeleton needs to feel stress. It needs to bear weight against gravity. And that is the unique power of brisk walking. Every time your foot strikes the ground, that impact sends a small, powerful signal up your legs and spine. This signal activates the bone-building cells, the osteoblasts, telling them to lay down more calcium and structural matrix, essentially reinforcing the bone. This phenomenon is known as Wolff's Law, and it's why walking is one of the easiest, safest, and most effective ways to preserve bone density as you age. A daily 30-minute walk provides the necessary stimulus to the bones in your hips, legs, and lower spine, the most common sites for age-related fractures. Consistency is the magic word here. Intermittent stress isn't enough. You need that daily, rhythmic, moderate impact to keep the osteoblasts active and the skeleton robust. This is your defense against frailty, and it's a completely free way to protect the foundation of your mobility. But a strong structure is useless without a strong engine to move it. This brings us to change number 4. Part B, walking is a powerful countermeasure against sarcopenia. Sarcopenia, the progressive, age-related loss of muscle mass and strength, is the primary driver of metabolic slowing, weakness, and overall frailty after 60, while resistance training is the gold standard for building muscle. Walking is essential for preserving and activating the muscle you already have, especially when paired with smart nutrition. When you walk, you engage a complex chain of muscles, particularly those critical for daily function: the glutes, the hamstrings, the quadriceps, and your core stabilizers. For 30 minutes, you're actively sending signals to these large metabolic muscles, reminding them to stay active and responsive. Furthermore, walking improves insulin sensitivity in the muscle tissue. This is incredibly important, as better insulin sensitivity means your muscles can more efficiently absorb glucose for energy and, crucially, utilize the amino acids, protein building blocks, that you eat. You could be eating that 30 grams of protein at breakfast, but without active muscle use, your muscles won't be as efficient at utilizing it for repair. Walking acts as the switch that turns on the muscle tissue, making it receptive to the high quality protein you consume. Think of it as preparing the ground before planting the seed. When combined with a protein-rich diet, that daily walk significantly slows the rate of sarcopenia and helps maintain your metabolism. This is why you often see highly mobile, vigorous older adults. They're constantly moving their large muscle groups, keeping them primed and metabolically active. Now, to maximize these structural benefits, we need to focus briefly on technique. How to get the most out of your walk. Don't just stroll. Adopt an intentional pace and posture. Esta postura, Standtal. Shoulders back, chest open. Look forward, not down. This posture maximizes your lung capacity, more oxygen, more BDNF, and ensures the impact travels correctly down your skeleton to stimulate bone growth. 2. Arm swing. Pump your arms rhythmically, bent at a 90-degree angle. This engages your core, boosts your cardiovascular intensity, and helps with cross-lateral brain activation, a bonus from our last segment. 3. Pace. Aim for a brisk pace. You should feel slightly winded, meaning you can talk in short sentences but not comfortably sing. This is where the endothelial function, nitric oxide release, and BDNF release are maximized. If you can maintain this pace for 30 minutes, you are unlocking the highest levels of longevity benefit. By integrating these small technical shifts, your walk transforms from a passive activity into a highly effective, full-body, brain-boosting longevity protocol. You are ensuring that every minute is a direct investment in strong bones, responsive muscles, and enduring independence. Now that we understand the powerful changes happening in your circulation, brain, bones, and muscles, the final crucial step is making this habit stick. In the final segment, we'll talk about simple strategies to ensure this 30-minute walk becomes a non-negotiable anchor in your daily life. And I'll leave you with my most heartfelt advice for maintaining motivation. Now that we understand the powerful changes happening in your circulation, brain, bones, and muscles, the final crucial step is making this habit stick. In the final segment, we'll talk about simple strategies to ensure this 30-minute walk becomes a non-negotiable anchor in your daily life. And I'll leave you with my most heartfelt advice for maintaining motivation. The power of a daily 30-minute brisk walk is now clear. We've seen how it's not just good exercise, it's a targeted 4-pronged longevity treatment that simultaneously 1. Boosts circulation by releasing nitric oxide, lowering blood pressure, and protecting your heart. 2. Activates the brain by stimulating BDNF, growing your memory center, and fighting cognitive decline. 3. Regulates your mood by dropping inflammatory cortisol and elevating happy endorphins. 4. Reinforces your structure by applying weight-bearing stress to build stronger bones and keeping large muscles metabolically active against sarcopenia. But here is the universal truth about all longevity habits. The hardest part is the start, and the second hardest part is the consistency. We must address the most common reasons why people fail to maintain this simple habit, and then I will share my most effective strategy to make it automatic. The two biggest obstacles are time perception and all-or-nothing thinking. First, time perception. 30 minutes can sound long if you view it as a single block of dedicated effort. But remember, the research shows that accumulating those minutes throughout the day provides similar health benefits to doing it all at once, especially for cardiovascular health. If a full 30-minute block feels impossible, segment it. Try 2 15-minute walks, one after breakfast and one after dinner. Walking after a meal is an incredible longevity hack because it significantly improves your body's ability to clear glucose from the bloodstream, helping to regulate blood sugar, which is another crucial marker of healthy aging. The goal is to hit that 30-minute cumulative threshold daily. Second, all-or-nothing thinking. Don't let a rainy day or a busy schedule convince you to skip the entire routine. If you can only manage 10 minutes, take 10 minutes. If the weather is terrible, walk laps around your living room or march in place during the commercial breaks of your favorite show. The scientific benefit comes from the daily dose of intentional movement. Never let the absence of perfection sabotage your commitment to progress. Now, let's turn this into an automatic habit using the habit stacking principle. Find an existing, non-negotiable routine, a powerful anchor, and link your walk, the chain, directly to it. Anchor example 1. Morning, as soon as I finish my first cup of tea/coffee, I put on my walking shoes. The walk begins immediately after the routine ends. Anchor example 2. Evening, I never sit down to watch the evening news/show until I have completed my after-dinner walk. The walk becomes the required toll. You pay for your rest and relaxation. By using these simple psychological tricks, the decision fatigue disappears, and a walk becomes a natural, expected part of your day, ensuring your brain receives its BDNF dose and your heart gets its nitric oxide. As we conclude this profound discussion on the hidden power of your daily walk, I want to leave you with my most heartfelt advice. Cherish the intent. Walking is more than physical. Maintenance is a profound act of mindfulness and presence. Use those 30 minutes not just to move your body, but to clear your mind. Observe the world around you. Practice gratitude. Disconnect from screens and reconnect with the simple rhythm of your body in motion. This intentional mental space is a powerful antidote to stress and helps you truly reap the mood-boosting benefits we discussed. Remember, your body in your 60s, 70s, and beyond is capable of remarkable adaptation and strength. Your daily walk is the key to unlocking that resilience and ensuring that your years ahead are filled with vitality, clarity, and most importantly, independence. If this video has inspired you to lace up your shoes and take that intentional step toward a healthier life, please show your support. Hit the like button right now. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to Lee's Wellness Longevity Secrets and ring the bell. We are here every week to provide you with the simple, science-backed tools you need to master the art of thriving as you age. Thank you for spending this time with me. Get out there, walk with purpose, and invest in your most valuable asset, your health. Stay well, stay strong, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers to your longevity.